Hello, this is Roaring Stacks. We're going to be playing 7 Days to Die now. So, this is going to be a Let's Play / tutorial for you guys, or walkthrough, I guess. So, when you start off, you're going to have, this stuff that you see in my inventory. A note just telling you a little bit about what's going on, I guess, story-wise. But that's not what you guys are here for, hopefully. Anyway, so when you start off, it's going to ask you to gather plant fibers for the bedroll. Just punch some grass, obviously. Might not be obvious to some people if you're new to survival games in general. I've been playing it for quite a while, so kind of gotten used to it. So, as you can see, we got a building right here. We're going to loot it once we complete these quests real quick. So this is your crafting menu. You got your basics, you got your building, resources, weapons, tools and traps, your food and your cooking, science, clothing, and then you got your furniture stuff. Obviously there's some stuff that's locked, like this stuff. You need the recipes or you need the perk. And for anyone just watching this because you want to watch it, I have the settings to be where pretty much mostly default, because it's also going to be a / tutorial for people. The settings are loot does not respawn, so anything I loot, it will not respawn, because by default it's supposed to, but I always like turning it off because I feel like it's more realistic to have it off. And normally I would like to have it like where the zombies are like The Walking Dead, where they don't run at all, not even on the horde night. Because after 7 days, for the new guys, a giant horde comes to kill you. Now, that's why it's called 7 Days to Die, obviously. And you want to prepare for that by grabbing weapons, tools, armor, and building up a safe and sturdy building. So now it's asking us to plant. So anything you need to craft at the beginning, if you have the ingredients, it will pop up right here, little exclamation point, and you can hit W to craft it. You can just hover over there. You can hover over this. I can hit W, or I can click my character over here, click, and drag it over. And now I'm wearing it. So now it wants us to craft a wooden club. So with the stone axe we crafted, which was one of the items it wanted us to craft, we can chop down a tree. Ooh, I think I see a deer. Deer are a little tricky to get if you don't have a gun or a bow. Basically a ranged weapon. So I'm also going to show you how to basically level up with clubs. That's going to be what we're going through. So you're going to want to upgrade your strength tree. And because I want to show you guys the electronic stuff and building cars and vehicles, we're going to also go to the intelligence one. And so a little bit of agility, I think it is. So I can show you the gardening or the farming. So let's go to the wood club. There's plenty of other weapons you can make. Like right now I'm making the bow. There's also a spear, there's a sledgehammer, there's a pipe baton, there's pipe weapons, kind of like Fallout 4. The pipe weapons are basically the most simple, most cheap weapons early on. They're good early on for a little bit. Like the shotgun, it's only one shot, and pretty much everything's one shot. The pistol is a 6-shooter, but it's a pistol. It's not too good. None of the pipe weapons are really good. I mean, you could obviously craft better quality, because as you can see, the quality of my axe and my weapon, are they upstairs? Of my weapons are quite low. And you can upgrade them by upgrading the skills that correspond with the tool. So if I upgrade my strength, I can get better clubs or better weapons. I'm not going to wear that. It's not really anything good in here, huh? Usually there's always something good and there's always something hidden, so you can see me destroying the paintings right now. That's because sometimes they like to hide something behind them. Now, toilets have a small chance of having guns, or like an actual hand pistol, but don't always count on it. They're more than likely not gonna. Pretty much, it works pretty realistic where like you're gonna find typically what you're gonna find in a normal setting. Like right now I would probably find food, water, and stuff like that in the kitchen area. Trash can, I'm most likely gonna find scrap metal, basic crafting components, so nothing really fancy. Now some buildings by default are just like basic buildings. They don't have anything fancy, but most like big buildings will have hidden traps, hidden zombies, no puzzles and stuff like that, but they will be trickier to navigate, and the zombies may or may not be more difficult. Now another trick that I can show you, since I see one right here, stumps. If you see one, break it down like you would a tree. They have a chance to give you honey, and honey is used as an antibiotic. Now you might be asking, why would you need that? Well, you would need it because you can get infected in this game. Now not like you'll turn into a zombie, but like, I don't know, you got like a foot infection basically, and you want to clear that up. Now you can do it with antibiotics, but if you don't have them, honey is your best alternative. Antibiotics are really hard to come by. Even if you go to a medical facility, they're really hard to come by. I'm also on the default map, just so you guys know. So there's like a random gen feature you can do, and then there's the base map, which is the one I'm on right now. For the most part, I know the map pretty well. Like, I know where I am right now, so I think I should be closest to... I believe this is the trader called Jenny, which is in the Plains biome near... I can never remember the name of the towns, but it's near a big town, so that's good. And you can see right above this little coat icon, which indicates that basically we're under level 5, so we get protection from the elements like the heat and cold. And then once I get close to the trader, I'm going to show you something. So right now this looks to be one of the clothing stores. If I remember correctly, this is mostly clothing. There's some guns in the back, but I don't really want to go in there yet. But yeah, as you can see, this icon where it's like a little dude carrying a box, says level 4. Right down here, I don't know if you guys can easily see it. A little tricky to see. Trying to get a better view. Anyway, basically, there's your normal inventory space that doesn't have the weird icon on it, and you can probably see it down here. Basically, this is what you can carry before you start becoming, before it's just too much for your character to handle. Now, an easy solution, if you have your toolbar empty, you can just swap some of them, and boom. This is torches, we use them for light. This is the land clay. Now this is useful in both just single player and in multiplayer. In multiplayer, it makes it so players can't break your stuff within this little square box you're seeing around me. Now another useful thing why it's useful in single player is because it prevents zombies from respawning if you choose to build a pre-made building, basically. And the reason for that is because basically they'll respawn after a set amount of days. I believe it's after the 7-day mark. It might be depending on when your loot respawns, which I do have that off, so I'm not sure. We'll check it every so often, but I'm pretty sure it's either 7 days or it corresponds to when your loot respawns. And since I have that off, it might still be 7 days. So after 7 days, we'll check a building that I've cleared out, and we can find out together. So you always want to aim for the head, obviously, but you can just keep hitting them in the stomach or whatever. Preferably aim for the head. It's their weakest point, basically. We're going to be doing a club. Weapons also deteriorate. Certain weapons or tools are repaired with certain things. Like the club I have in my hand right now is repaired with wood. Stone axe is repaired with stone. Torches do not burn out. Clothing. Like basic clothing, like what I have on right now, that doesn't deteriorate. You'll see like a little, a number and then like a bar, which might be hard to see. There you go. The bar right under the tool, right next to the one. That indicates the quality and duration of the tool. Another thing, by default, in the morning, at night, which I believe it's considered nighttime at around 2020. If not in the 20s. That's when they start running. I'm pretty sure it's 2022. Oh wait, no, I think this is the guy in the middle of the wilderness. Yeah. That's not good. I think that means I'm really far away from Jenny, which is unfortunately where I want to be. Okay. I'm just gonna put up with it, because I don't want to go searching for hours. It's better to do some of these quests here, but the problem is there's not really too many places I can hide or base out. Okay, I guess let's go do a quest for him, and I can show you how questing works. Nope. So right here is barbed wire fence. You don't want to touch it, obviously. So, an interesting thing, you can't destroy this place. They always have like a bunch of workstations, which you definitely want to loot, because they can have the recipe to craft them. And you want to craft these because you can craft really good stuff with them. Vending machines are basically another trader. They typically only have food. Another trick, if you're wanting to level up, the easiest, it's not easy, but the quickest way is to kill zombies. You do have the XP set to double, so I am getting more XP than you would on the default settings.
The apocalypse isn't so bad.
No, it is not. Let's see. Let's do it.
I really admire you, friend, and thank you. I bet you would.
So each quest is different. You have fetch quests, you have clear zombies quests, and then you have buried supplies. Now, if you know how to basically fight, I would always suggest doing the clear zombies. You shouldn't really go for the fetch ones, because basically you're clearing it and you're fetching it. Now there is a little cheaty solution you can do right here, and I'm going to show you it, and you can determine if you want to do it or not. So before you activate the quest, you can loot the thing it's wanting you to do. Kill the zombies. Grab anything you want to grab, like for example, the wood. That is cobblestone. Or maybe cement. It's either cobblestone or cement. You get a shovel, break it down, and boom. You got resources. You got a pipe machine gun, which is good. At least for now. It's not the best weapon, but it's better than not having one. So you see how it says sealed? That means you want to basically hit the box. Now you don't want to hit it. It's open now. See, there's another side there. That one. I'm not sure if it's gonna have it. Doesn't look like the other ones. I think this is like a log for decoration, but we're gonna break it just in case. I might be wrong. Again, there's been a lot of updates, and there's constantly new ones, and I really, really love this game. It's so much fun. Ooh, good stuff. Oh yeah, no, these are the cement. Those were the cobblestone earlier. Ooh. So there's armor, there's clothing. Armor protects you, clothing protects you from the elements. Ooh, there's a corpse here. Now you want to collect corpses because you get bones, rotten flesh, and this stuff. This stuff can be used to make farm plots, gunpowder, antibiotics once you level up, and the bones you can use to craft knives. You use them to craft glue, and the rotten flesh you can make spam, hobo stew, this, which I don't remember what this does. Oh, damage resistance. Ooh. And see, everything reset. You even saw some plants grow. And now the tents are back. See? So it's kind of cheaty, but it's up to you. I'll do it occasionally just to grab like cobblestone or farm up stuff that's just really hard to farm up. And we cleared it out. So I've already gotten some skill points, but we're going to wait until we have a safe spot to do it in. Because we can't stay in the traders area because eventually he'll close and he'll kick us out. So right here's some iron. You can obviously hit it with your axe. And then there's like a vein of iron underneath it. There's also like coal, nitrate powder, a bunch of other stuff, lead.
Great weather we've been
brass
having.
lead.
Here you go, friend. Whatever you need, just say the word.
Let's do pipe bomb ammo. And then we're gonna see your inventory. This is basically to sell stuff. Scrap the rest. Maybe I can't scrap it. So we're gonna sell some stuff to him. As you can see, this is our currency. You're probably wondering why I'm selling so much to him is because I know what I'm doing, and I don't need it all. This you can use to make oil, but you need a lot of stuff to do that, so it's just not worth it at the moment. So then, and I need to make room in my inventory, so there's that too. That. Don't really need paper. Alright, so you can see that he has food in his inventory. I would not recommend it. It's more
Y'all
expensive
come back
to buy
now.
from him. He does, or you can buy like fruits and vegetables or whatever, but I would not recommend buying like canned goods from him because it's cheaper to just get it from here. There's also candy. This stuff makes it so lockpicking is 100% successful. Jailbreaker. Skull Crusher. This will be useful for us since we are doing the club build. So melee damage gets increased by 15%. Hacker is basically when you're like breaking down materials with either a wrench, like what I have in my inventory right now, or other power tools. So I don't really need food. I could use the food actually. Let's see, we have chili. Take that. So certain foods can give you certain buffs, which is good. So let's see. Are there any? There's the campsite, but there's not really any peat. Boy, it's not good, not good, not good. So we're gonna look for a building, clear it out, and we're just gonna hold up in it. animal fat, which you can use to make torches. You can also get that stuff from killing animals, zombie animals, like there's zombie boar and bears, and wolves, I believe. There's also the dogs. They kind of look like the dogs from the Resident Evil movie. Oh, speaking of which, yep, this one's gonna have one, so this is gonna be fun. Oh, he's here somewhere. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, and I did something foolish there. See, when you're punching, you need your stamina. And I was out of it, so the zombie was able to hit me. Back up. Back up. Treat it like you would a creeper, basically, from Minecraft. You hit it, you back up, you hit it, and you repeat. Don't run backwards, though. Running depletes your stamina. I swear this is zombie dogs. That's not a run. That might be farm plot, which is good. I think he might be inside. There's also that building. Oh, I did not mark the trader. I should mark it. So you can open your map, right click wherever you want, place a marker, and pick a icon. Name the icon if you can spell. There's also zombie birds. Yep. They're relatively easy to kill. Maybe he doesn't spawn every time. Maybe that's it. Ooh, that's not good. I don't remember how you treat those. Nope, okay. If you don't know how to use a treatment, or heal a treatment, you'd always just... I need aloe cream. Yeah, I used a first aid package. I can't... Did I hit the wrong button? Okay, I was hitting the wrong button or something. So if you don't know how to heal something, go into your character, highlight whatever you're wanting to treat, and it'll tell you. Let's see. Zombie doggy. I think I might be in the clear. I think he didn't spawn or something. Because I would have seen him by now. Ooh, that's good. Oh, I don't have a shotgun. That's not good. Yeah, he's not. It's not here. No zombie doggy. So we're gonna. These guys give you feathers, which you can use to craft arrows, and that's pretty much all they're good for. Feathers, at least. Here's some more tools. Now, I'm not entirely sure, I might be wrong about this, but I believe the bed that you place also protects you from zombies getting respawn on PY, but I'm not sure. I might be wrong. Come on. There we go. Alright, now you see I have 6 skill points. 4 of them were from doing the trader quest stuff, or the beginning tutorial stuff, I should say. And the other 2 are from leveling up in general. You get 1 point per level. So now that we're in a semi-safe spot, and I've already eaten, I guess we'll have to just call this home for now. Put my bed here, and that should hopefully prevent them from respawning. I don't. Ooh! That's good. Schematics are really good because they basically give you the recipe. See? So now I just need handgun parts, forged iron, duct tape, scrap polymers. I remember that being called plastic. Okay, I guess they changed the name, or I just don't remember the name correctly. And then sprains. Sprains you can get from taking apart cars and other certain items. Handgun parts, you basically have to find those. Forged iron, you have to craft that with a forge. Now, some other things of advice. Light sources. I know torches give off like this sensory thing, so they're basically zombies are able to sense that you're nearby because of the torches. I'm not sure if it applies to the lights that come from POIs. The only reason I'm not sure is because they're considered natural light, maybe in the coding or something. I might be wrong on that. It doesn't matter too much. It's not that much of a sensory thing. You're not going to get like 20 zombies because you have one torch. You might get like a few who will spot it and then start walking towards it, but they might buzz off if they don't hear anything. Hearing is a thing. So if they hear you breaking something like this, you might get zombies coming after you, or if you're using the forge, it makes noise, so you get zombies attracted to that. Burning barrels, explosions, gunfire, this can draw zombies in, or even spawn them. So, let's look at the skill tree stuff. Now, because we're going to be doing clubs, we're going to want to go into strength. We're going to put 1 into strength. We're going to put 2. Oh, I didn't get to level 3 actually. Oh, and that appears to be all the time I have, but we're going to a little bit so I can show you the rest. The other tree we want to go into is intelligence. We're going to put 2 points into it. Now, with intelligence, you got your combat perks here. Electronics, robotics, then influence, basically charisma stuff, and then crafting. There's the... You always want to kill zombies if you can. Definitely go for it. Try to avoid them, especially early on when you don't have weapons or you don't know what you're doing. Let's get back to the perks. Okay. So physician, that's basically your medicine. Advanced engineering, it's going to basically be your forges, your workshops, your tinkering benches, basically anything that allows you to craft things that you can't already craft in your crafting menu on your player. And then Grease Monkey, there are vehicles in this game. There is the bicycle, the mini bike, the motorcycle. Then there is the 4x4 truck, and then this helicopter thingamabob. I always forget the name. So we're going to go into intelligence so I can show you this and all the cool stuff you can craft. And then here, mostly for attacking and construction. So down here you got your Miner 69er. This is basically you breaking stuff down with your pick. And your tool crafting. This is harvesting more, so if you're chopping down a tree, you'll get more wood. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the first video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be posting both 7 Days to Die and RL Craft stuff in the future, as well as future survival games. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next episode.